Yeah. You don't have to look at it. You can close it. It'll be fine.
Okay, I will close it.
I'm not seeing it coming up on Twitch. It says I'm live. Hang on 1 second.
Hi, Twitch. And or
Hang on 1
internet.
second. Okay. Yes,
Hello.
we are running. It took me a second. All right. Back to my notes. All right, folks. Here we are. I know it has been a minute. It's been like a month since last session, but does anybody remember what happened last time?
Brando at least met up with Cyrus and a whole bunch of other people.
We met at the Bulwark. And a lot of people were safe. And Nurse
And
was
there
there.
was much reunion and much
Yeah.
rejoicing, but also some dark stuff happened.
Yeah, and
Rallo Skyfire is captured, and they did the Baldur's Gate 3 thing with him. And so if they turn him
we don't know if they've
into
done.
Illithid, that means great trouble for us.
I don't think we know that they put like a tadpole in his eye or anything yet. We just know he's in trouble.
He's been
He
abducted.
is,
I think
he is
we
under the
assumed there
threat
was
of
a light.
Ceramorphosis. The
We do
threat.
think he's infected?
Say again?
We do think he's infected already?
No, I think he's been abducted.
Oh, abducted.
Yeah.
There we go. Yes.
There has been no. He did not voice any
He's been
threat
rather
of
snapped.
Ceramorphosis specifically.
But I think there was the possible threat of that, and so if he becomes part of the hive mind, then that means big trouble for us. So Brando wants to rescue Rallos.
Yep.
His father.
What happened to
Reverend Queen was also captured. We checked on her. Still no new info on that front.
Mm-hmm.
Wild is in a boat.
Yep. Wild is in
With
a boat.
Minotaurs.
Sailing.
And
With the Minotaurs.
Minotaurs.
Yes. And
Oh, yeah.
a few other select people. Dwarf and damn it, I almost forgot. Yes, and a bullywog, but I forgot his name.
David Fireford.
Yeah.
David Fireford.
He's my mentor.
He's like Frog from Chrono Trigger on steroids.
He's the Cyrus to my Glenn, I guess. I don't know.
It'd be like that, except one of you isn't dead, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, neither of you.
Only one of us isn't dead?
No,
Okay,
no, one of you is not dead.
That's true. And we're both frogs, and we're supposed to be frogs.
Yeah.
It's not a
So
perfect
not really
metaphor.
like Cyrus and Glenn at all. We're getting off track. Pemberley's a car. What happened to you last session?
We wandered around a lot and complained about how shit everything was. And there may or may not have been a scary dream.
Yes. Apparently the Bramble Mother, when she departed from this plane, she may have been different parts of her may have been extracted and have been and are running amok on the material plane, and they might form a coven and are sort of gaining more of a might gain more of a consciousness, and they currently don't know exactly 100% what they're doing beyond impulse, but the more they're on the plane, the more they will inherit her ire and begin to target Pemberley's sanity and, more importantly, the people that she loves. So, hey, fun times.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And then a thing that I forgot happened last session. I thought it happened earlier for some reason. I hit you guys with a whole documentary where we.
Oh yes.
Oh, Aminosis.
We got into
Oh, yeah.
exactly how Aminosis chased off Alabar.
Mm-hmm.
God, it was cool. Horrible, but cool.
It might be the most metal fucking text read you've had yet, Chris.
That's good to hear, because I was trying.
I mean, and bro, dude, that's a high bar for you to outdo yourself on that because you throw metal shit at us in like fucking every other session.
Full Metal Berserk-esque. Like, uh-oh. How much death? Well, we need to zoom out and have, like an aerial shot of a city.
Sometimes
that'll be an appropriate.
Sometimes I worry
rollout.
that I'm getting too metal for you guys, and then you guys keep being like, "Nah, man, I'm here for the Menexor. Like, hit me."
Oh yeah. Also, whoever is watching, look at the two most recent dice rolls.
What were you?
Oh,
rolling?
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
5d6.
That,
Yeah, we were losing our minds over the meta
yes.
damage.
So
of
the first number
Oh, yeah.
is a projected damage roll that Aminosis would have inflicted upon Alabar at the moment the spell was cast. The second
see.
number is the damage she would have caused to herself as a result.
Yep.
Which is why
I
she
think-
instantly mollified and like everything around her also died.
Yeah, I think that's a discussion we had off camera, but yes, that was the
why there's a
relevance of those
desert now.
two dice rolls. Yes, that's why there's a desert. Also, a detail that I will remind you, Matt, is that Rugus, the larger of the two Minotaurs, told a story while you guys were on the boat about how the last thing they saw before everybody got teleported was that Tearfang was the epicenter of that spell. And as a result, it looks like a smoldering ruin. So all in all, it was a bad session for Tearfang.
Yep. At least now I know what happened at Tearfang because I was trying to find out some information about it. It is nothing now.
Tears Fang, more like Tears Fall. Aw.
Oh man, should have called that the episode.
Oh God.
And instead, we called it Blue Cheese Tango because we're stupid.
I had some blue cheese earlier to make me think of the Olympics.
Yeah,
That's right.
So, yeah.
And then we were trying to make the most Cowboy Bebop sounding one, and Blue Cheese Tango is a pretty good one.
we might change that before it gets on YouTube. If
Yeah,
you're watching, if you're watching
that
this
would
on
be changed.
YouTube, know that the name used to be Blue Cheese Tango, and future me has to deal with that fact because past me is an asshole. Let us do what we usually do in these lands and roll initiative to see which one of the three groups goes first. Those of you who are in pairs nominate a person.
Can I interject real quick?
Oh, please.
Because there was an out of character conversation that we started about a month ago that I want to make sure that we follow up on.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Please proceed.
Well, it was the conversation of again, this was out of character in our text chat of what are all the things that we want to cast legend lore about.
Yay!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that was mostly me and Anne talking and bickering over like mechanics and nuts and bolts and shit.
Well, we were talking about legend lore, and then everybody got shuffled, right? Didn't we get to legend lore before shuffling, or was it afterwards?
Well, we acquired it before everyone got shuffled. Yes.
Okay.
But now Pemberley has it in her spell book and knows the spell. So it's just a matter of the ingredients and the money for the ingredients.
And the target.
And the target in question, as previously discussed, you have to kind of know the thing that you're casting the magic about. Because I had put my personal list in the chat, but Zakar is willing to bankroll any other suggestions. We just might have to, make a trip to Black Ram first. But
I think those were all good suggestions.
Same.
We might need slightly more info for specific names for them, but they're all good things to try to research.
Okay.
Right.
If-
Right. The other one was the Beast of Dunham. That was
Yeah.
another one that we were looking for.
That's on his list. That's the first
Yeah,
thing on his
yeah.
list.
Yeah.
And that's why I stuck Togier in there in case that didn't count as a thing we could target.
Yeah, that's definitely the single like most tricky one probably because we're like, oh yeah, we know that this thing existed, but what the fuck was it?
Yeah, we don't know what it is or where it is. We just know some guy found it. Or found a way to unleash it.
Yeah, both of the. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know whether it would be better to like cast it on Togier or try for the most epic moments of Dunham himself.
Well, Dunham found. Hold on, let me find my page of notes. I think Dunham found Togier's notes. So I don't know if Dunham was around.
Oh, okay. Was I don't remember that order of operations.
Okay,
So-
wait, I found my page. Dunham's warning. Brando discovers the loot has a message embedded in it. When a certain chord is played, blah, 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 blah. A scene of a man surrounded by a study. There's an elven male in his 20s, auburn hair and an ornate cloak. Armed and supplied, he is a seasoned adventurer. There's a book lying open at his feet. His hands are clasped together and his head is hung. After a moment of silence, the man lifts his head and in the direction of the loot and starts to speak. To the one who has the misfortune to find this message, my name is Dunham Fenburrows? My writing's not good.
Did you go back and read and record
No, I was
everything I said? Because that's like word for word.
I wrote down notes as you were saying this. That's why there's a lot of smudges.
That's immense.
It's imprinting this message into my loot as a warning. A great power lies beneath the very soil that we walk upon, and where it were to be unearthed, it could lay waste to civilization as we know it. The ancient arcanist Togier, in his arrogance, has discovered the method with which to summon such a thing, but luckily never saw it to fruition. That method I find now in my grasp. And then I've got something about Togier's sanctum. And apparently that's where I give up writing notes. Sorry. Oh wait, no. If I knew how to destroy Togier's writing, I would. I am leaving it here in his sanctum. So he found his book. Was my impression from that event.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I take notes.
Notes are good.
I saw a
I
meme.
can't trust my memory.
I saw a meme the other day. It was like the note-taking players versus the non-note-taking players. Like, why don't you just take notes like the rest of us? Because I just forget things like a cool person.
Yeah.
and I saw that and I was like, oh. And then I was like, I need to apologize to Chris.
I mean, we've got videos,
Hey,
so
if you
like,
forget
if we ever
things,
need to know
that's
things, we can go back.
Anytime you forget things, that becomes a you problem.
It's true.
Yeah, it's true. Also, it's not like Zakar is writing any of this down for the most part, so it's also like in character.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, my impression was we need to scry on Togier to find out what the Beast of Dunham was, because there were no details in that specifically about the beast.
Right. Okay. Very well.
Or Togier. Chris, how do you say it?
I've been pronouncing it Togier.
Okay. I think Alabar's obviously a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Also.
Real talk, I'm almost scared to make Pemberley do that because I'm just like, oh no, I don't want to see the poor little goblin's brain explode.
I also feel that way about Sigil. Like,
No. I would definitely recommend Sigil or Grit first. Because, like, Sigil is going to be key. Guys, I'm just being a little bit of a realist. What if we don't win? What if if we don't win here? What
Yep.
if we don't win here?
Well, that's why Sigil closed off the door from here to there, so they don't have to deal with our nonsense.
Exactly, Cyrus. So learning how to pop it back open despite them might be a pretty good idea.
But like, the Lady of Pain is super powerful, and what if she?
And we'll
ends up-
have to deal with everybody.
That's true.
So hopefully she'll make the wise decision and go for the bigger target. And then hopefully if we bleed and, beg and prostrate ourselves, or maybe we all just run away as quickly as we can. I don't know.
You're supposed to look at her.
I mean,
That's what I mean. You're not supposed to worship her either.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing where when faced with certain annihilation versus uncertain annihilation, one of those things is just objectively 1% less shitty.
That's true.
So, yeah, that's why I wanted to have this conversation so we could.
And Jasper, I saw the Jasper
Yes,
note.
yes,
Absolutely.
and Jasper as well.
Oh yeah, I did add in the edit of of like, you know what? For the amount of sheer fuck all we have been able to find out about Jasper, why not? I will spend 200 gold hands down to cast Legend Lore on Jasper, even if we find out nothing.
It is driving me nuts because his nose bled one time because we said something, and I have no notes about what it was, and I don't think it's in an episode that is saved.
Yes, unfortunately, that is an episode
So
that
that
was
it-
lost to time.
So, whatever it was we said that made him bleed.
Legend Lore is just like, he is a gnome in a jar.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So
What do you want from us?
As I mentioned before, simply because Legend Lore is a thing that I feel I need to spend a lot of time preparing for, I have gone through. I need you guys to be like, this is a thing we are interested in casting Legend Lore on. And then, so that I can start addressing, like, what's going to happen when you do that. That being said, to this point, I have addressed, if you want to cast the spell on these things, the Doomhole, Togear,
Okay.
whatever Dunham's thing on Grick is, and Alabar. These are things that if you were to cast Legend Lore on, I would have something to tell you today.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Save Jasper for a later date.
Put Jasper on the list later. Yes.
God, no, I kind of want to put Jasper at the top of the list. Just
get it over with.
yeah, exactly. Just like, no, I need this disappointment like out of me already.
Mm-hmm.
But no, that's Taylor talking. That's not Zakar talking.
Mm-hmm.
If we all fail here, Jasper will probably be the one survivor because nothing can hurt him in that jar.
Be very funny if you cast Legend Lore and it was just like, Legend Lore is just like, do you have like an hour and a half? It's a long story.
Yeah. Woof, man. Like, you don't even know what this gnome's been up
It
to.
gets pretty weird.
Dude,
You ever seen that?
At that point, it's like I fully suspect. Like, no, Jasper is actually like Togear, and Togear actually made Alabar, and Alabar is the Beast of Dunham, and the Doomhole is actually named Pepe Sylvia, and like, no, that's where I'm at with this. I don't know how you have interconnected all of this bullshit together, but I know you have.
You have 5 more levels to learn how.
Yes, it's true.
You're not gonna believe it, but Jasper's last name is Skywalker.
All right. We're gonna roll.
Okay,
we're
let's
gonna
play
roll
some
initiative
game.
now.
Yeah,
We're
we're good.
Initiative. I forgot.
Those of you who are in pairs. All right. Wild got a 9.
9.16.
Brando, go for it.
Okay, going for it. Initiative. Where is that? Oh yeah, sidebars.
Usually I would call for my advantage, but I am in no rush.
No.
Oh yeah, no,
Not this time.
No, we were being petty, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, let me do it because I got a +5 to Dex." But no, we don't need that nonsense.
Yeah.
Oh, I still have that weirdo.
No,
roll
it's fine.
thing.
No, that's fine. That's
I
perfect.
I do too. Yeah, it's fine.
Honestly, I shouldn't even be factoring your dexterity into this
I mean, no,
because it ain't that
shouldn't.
kind of
It's
dice roll.
no, it's not. Allie, roll for us. Do things.
Okay, okay, okay. Da, 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 okay. Plus 3 equals.
Okay,
Whoa!
that's a 19.
Hell
Emily
yeah.
killed it. All right.
Yes.
So this will be fun. We begin tonight's story with Pemberley and Zakar. Pemberley, you have just watched a whole ass documentary on the story of how Empress Amenosis scared Alabar off by sacrificing her empire, pretty much.
By sacrificing a time zone.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay, anyway, so aliens. Fuck.
Okay, hey, you're here. You're here.
Oh my
It's
god.
over.
Holy shit.
Sakar has like a hand on her shoulder and like just didn't tap her on the face, but like tapped her on the side of like, okay, sensations. You're back.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it took. That's what it took. Yeah. The whole city gone. Just to make it go away. Not to even put a huge crack in it. Oh shit. Fucked. Fuck Zakar. We're well and truly fucked.
It will. It's the whole. It was the whole desert, wasn't it?
It used to be. Fang used to be so beautiful, and then gone. One spell. It's frightening. How much power that has.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I get why. I mean, but would we be able to do that again? She was. Amenosis was.
Was the daughter of Asmodeus. Yeah.
I don't even know if there's anyone that's even in that kind of league that could even try something like that.
Zakar finds a rock to sit on, and pulls out another bottle to just kind of idly sip on.
I mean,
Hey, weird question. In
Uh-huh.
in what you just saw, was there any kind of special staff involved for the spell or ritual? One that, kind of sort of might look, it had 7 pieces to it.
Did Pemberley clock that?
Let me think. Make an Arcana check because we enjoy rolling dice here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'll take that. Yeah. So, as I mentioned, the the make of the spell is definitely way beyond your ken. But that being said, there was a lot of elements that obviously were part of the ritual. Um, there was, I mean, there was a lot of people involved in the ritual. You know, there's maybe a dozen or so other like archmages that she was getting help from. They were clearly at it for several days. There was quite a bit of sacrificed lives involved. Um, you know, there was a big ritual circle, as is usually the case, if a little oversized. But it's really unclear to you if there was any objects that were in particular central to the ritual itself. You would not automatically clock like, oh, clearly she was able to do this because of some kind of magical implement she was carrying. It may or may not have been her armor or the ziggurat they were standing on or whatever. There was nothing apparent that played that vital of a role in the ritual.
I honestly, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. There was a whole fucking lot going on and a whole lot of people doing a lot of things for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Never mind.
Are you talking about that staff thing that your dear departed nemesis is looking for?
Yeah, that one. We told you about the first time that we met Empress Brakan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She wanted it, but just seemed like she was being a greedy bitch ass at the time. And I mean, yeah, probably also. I mean, that's still true, I'm sure. But now there might have been some ulterior motive because, well, before he left, the bird said that the next piece of the rod, when he asked it, was pointing straight up into the sky. And, well, Zakar looks up, gestures.
Are you saying, oh God. That's a big ask for a piece of a staff. Just saying.
Yeah, it is, but it raises the question of how in the shit ass did a piece of the rod of 7 lodge itself in the fucking moon tumor up there? Like, so if, Ammonosis had something to do with it, I mean, that would kind of make sense right about now, but yeah, Zakar shakes his head. I'm grasping at every straw that is left on this stupid material plane.
I mean, do you think it's even feasible to do a reload? I mean, back from as you said, a moon tumor.
I'm a Shatterkai with half an education and too many violent tendencies, Pemberley Dreadstench. I don't know anything about anything in all of this. Yet somehow, here I am.
I don't know. I mean, you seem to know a lot about a lot of things.
I have stumbled my way ass over tea kettle into everything in the search of fame and gold. And it was going pretty well until recently. But anyway, my existential crisis notwithstanding, we still need to get to Odenheim. You good to
Okay,
march after that?
Well, I mean, what about Brando's dad? Are we gonna make a detour first, or I'm following your lead. I don't want to. I'm not good at this alliance sort of thing. I mean, I'm used to, go in, go out. That's what I do. So.
Relos being captured is a more existential threat than average, yeah. But we don't know where he is. Even if we were to gather all of our friends and all of their friends, I mean, if you want me to guess, we'd probably be marching into all of Dhaka right now.
Oh, I thought it was in. Oh gosh.
He's in
Begins with a B. Sorry. Wait, what?
Fast. Go.
You know what? I can click on map of Eos.
Yeah, you guys could just look at the map if you want. Here, I'll help.
Oh. You cannot switch scenes until the resources finish loading for your current view.
There, Lord, and there I get there.
It begins with a B, and it's closer to Odenheim. And you said that Zakar and
Blitzstings.
Pemberley were closer. That was.
It's Blitzstings.
Oh, Bitstings.
Bitstings.
Okay.
It's a big one.
Or is it Bifrost?
Bifrost, yes.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Zakar and Pemberley are close to Bifrost. Rallo's.
That's where I believe when I telephoned him, when I messaged him, I think that's where he said he was at or near.
I don't remember him. I don't remember him specifying a location, but that could just be my brain.
Let me find it in my notes again. I was taking a note of where people were and who was in trouble.
I can confirm he did say near Bifrost.
Yeah.
In his response.
I couldn't remember if it was Dhaka that was the one that got ran over, or if it was Odenheim that was the one that got ran over.
Oh, Dhaka got ran over.
Oh yeah,
it's
Dhaka.
Odenheim is super secure, as it turns out.
That's what it was. Thank you. Yes. I don't know anything. I'm on a boat. I'm teaching a baby Minotaur. Bish Gwikal Mick Maclal. That's how you say, I wish to have fish for dinner, Dad.
Minotaur.
In dragon. And then he says something to me like, I will eat your bones tonight. And it just goes, quit saying that all the time. Say that every day. And then the camera whooshes back.
Right, yeah, back from the boat.
Oh man.
So you guys are traveling to where?
Well, we were moving from Dhaka to Odenheim, so
Bifrost it is, huh?
Well, yeah, no, we were definitely going to stop in Bifrost because apparently there's some fucking question-loving
Mm-hmm.
fuckwad
Our
who
goddamn
has
bar.
who's in our bar, and I mean, we can't just have that. But if Cyrus did communicate that Rallis is in trouble and Zakar and Pemberley are closest per our conversations, then yeah, he takes priority number one, hands down.
Actually,
I'm pretty
speaking
sure.
of which, Ken.
Sorry.
No. Speaking of can Pemberley get the book that was talking to Quarion and rate them?
Sure. Assuming he, Zakar, hands it over to you.
I just kind of assumed she still had it.
Yeah, okay. Document, document still exists.
Right. Hey, Quare. Long time no write. Have you seen an elder halfling running around these parts in the past recent amount of time?
Somebody write this down. Because it has to be recorded in the Google Doc.
Oh shit.
Oh, that Google Doc, yes.
Did you share that with Pemberley, or do I need to?
I think I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I'm looking at it right now. Why does it say I'm the only person that has access to it? That seems weird and wrong and bad.
As you guys are doing your document stuff, Brando, you get a call from Wild. Brando, give me your packet.
Hey, Wild, what's up?
Hello. Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. Brando, I was thinking, could you, in with your huge brain, think of... I've been thinking, if I could just simply not die, then nothing would kill me, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So, here's what I am thinking. You know how, like, when you rest, you have, like... Gosh, I don't know how to explain it. It would be like a small geometric shape that signified how healthy you feel after you take a short nap.
Like a shield? A force field?
No. Hear me out. What if I could burn all of my naps while I'm not napping?
Burn all of your naps?
Yeah. You know how when you take like a 5-minute break and you eat a sandwich, you can, like, do a little bit more, you're a little bit healthier.
Mm-hmm.
What if, instead of me taking like a rest in 5 minutes, and I have to expend all that time, what if I could just like go like, and then it did it?
Wild, you are not biological, but I think that's called stress and it'll build up. And there will be dire consequences. You
Could we
will
install a
overload
valve? I thought maybe if I could burn all of my naps, then I could have enough health to do anything.
Brando is trying to think of, like, if only there was a way to build some sort of burning engine that Wild can convert all of his expended or stressed energy into and then
all,
restored.
all of my hit die.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. I look over at this dwarven lady and I'm just like, do you think you could install some kind of like burning infernal heart in a robot?
Wild, I don't
Really?
think technology
We're
exists.
we're doing this.
Huh?
If
We're
we do
doing this
we
bit.
might
What?
explode.
What else is on this line? No, I trust you.
Like, honestly, all of the bulwark is here.
Shh.
I mean,
For all the
I mean, there
singing.
is that.
By the way-
Don't tell
By the way,
nurse.
Wild
Don't
Nurse
tell
is right
nurse.
here.
God damn, no. All right. Never mind. Plan abort. I won't do anything like that. I'll be safe
However,
and secure.
okay, thought just came to mind. If we do have a burning thing, we
Yeah.
could like make this energy condenser thing, and then we
Yeah.
can make your chest openable. So
Yeah.
when you're burning so much energy, you do need to release it. You open your chest, and like thing of flame or explosion comes from your chest.
Hey man, that
And
would
go at
be
the enemy.
Just got
even
little vents and a little
that would
clean
be
spot.
even that would be even more extra. Honestly, what I'm just thinking about is not dying. And then I was thinking, whatever you just throw me at Alabar. If I can't die, I'll just fight him. I'll just fight him forever. It's simple, easy peasy. I'll win. I'll win.
If we
No,
could
like he'll
pin you up
lose.
there.
You throw me hard enough, I'd trust you.
That's one thing that I was thinking about earlier today that I never got to do with Wild. Like with Vilmac, I would have Wild, or I mean, have Vilmac throw Brando at the enemy, like fastball special.
That's much better.
Yeah.
No. But we did do Master Blaster. Well, we did Tearfang. I remember that.
Oh yes, I think I was like on your shoulder or something.
Exactly. You were Master. I was Blaster.
But no, that the thought that came to mind to make that work is like Robo Kai from one of the Guilty Gears. How like when you're attacking and stuff, he's building up this energy, and if you don't exhaust it, then he explodes. So I'm like, build up that energy, build like a cavity in Wild's chest that is like goes against the explosion, and then you could just release the explosion at somebody, and that would be cool. But
Here. This is Matt talking. Hear me out. If you can somehow get it so that we make Wild be able to convert hit dice into usable HP, I could tank that spell. I could tank that spell in a rage.
I am trying to fathom how that
Statistically, it wouldn't be able to kill me. So, with
idea.
the so I have 216 HP times 2 because I rage, so I take things at half. So that's 432. 432 plus an extra 180 of my hit dice of 15 levels plus 12 is 180 times 2 is 340. So that is 400, 500, 600, 790-ish HP.
I'm
altogether?
thinking of something nicely dumb, whereas like we take
No.
2 copper cables, Brando dismantles Wild's head, connects it to his body, and then holds it remotely away. Wild does the spell with his body. Body gets obliterated. We still have Wild's head.
Maybe. I like mine better where I just tank all the damage.
I
that way-
don't think we'd be able to build anything to contain it in a single person, living or not living. Like, I don't even think a dragon could take that spell. A fully grown dragon.
I'm only
I don't know.
barely
Well,
paying attention to you guys, and it's insane.
Hmm.
and I'm saying this as Matt. Technically speaking, my rage plus I have a really fun thing. So here's the thing. Here's the thing about health in D&D. If you get into the negatives, half of your health into the negatives, you will just outright die.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of HP that they have to burn through means that even though, yes, they will absolutely down me, they will not be able to kill me outright. Which means my relentless rage feature pops in. If I drop to 0 while I'm raging, but don't die outright, I make a DC 10 con save. If I succeed, I drop to 1. I almost feel like I should have saved this for like after fucking stream, but you guys are doing your thing, so I'm fucking. And I just thought of this, and I'm just like, oh, that's disgusting. That's disgusting. That's why I have to be like, Brando, listen to me. I will completely. Don't tell Nurse this. Don't tell Nurse this. I'll let you fuck my shit up, dude. I'll let you fuck my shit up, dude. Fuck me right up. Put like a bomb in me, and make it so I could convert my hit dice into usable HP without having to take a nap.
While Nurse is in the room.
Oh, damn it.
Out in the public or wherever.
No.
He's around.
No, is she making that thing in that face?
Brando looks at Nurse.
Oh, damn it. Damn it. I'm in trouble now.
She is making that face.
Oh, no.
It's really very impressive because I don't think her face can move.
Yeah, I don't think Warforged are expressionless, but seeing her
The
posture,
body language.
she is making that face.
Oh, darn
There's
it.
a lot of judgment in that body language.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't even go down all the way, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even go down all the way.
I'm for the detaching the head from the body bit. But your way sounds good too.
Both things sound incredibly dangerous and risky.
I mean, the other option is have the world end.
Yeah.
You would just find Wild in the distance like this, like a stick man. Just
Or we have an Iron Giant situation where we need to go around the world finding Wild's body parts.
Yeah, I saw a puppet show about this Warforged who could pull himself back together when he was blown apart.
Anyways.
Can you do that? Oh, sorry.
Wait, guys. I think a friend at the plank knows where Ralos is.
Are you saying this on the line to everybody or just to Zakar?
Saying it on the line.
Oh, Brando, you're dead.
Oh, fuck, there are more people.
Oh, yes. Where is he?
Well, he didn't say where he is, but he said he'd offer to if we could come over to the plank and meet him there, he might want to show us where he was, which totally isn't sus at all. But he did a smiley face.
Sound like a trustworthy source.
Well, I mean, he did do a smiley face. So, I mean...
Okay, then he's trustworthy.
Okay. Yeah, if he says it's delights beyond their wildest imagination, that sounds great. What are you talking about?
Yep, he said the world's...
We can't even fathom them. Cool.
No, it's beyond our comprehension.
See? There's gonna be cookies that are like also cakes.
Brando's like checking his vitals or checking his forehead because it's like Brando could get there very quickly, but he would be alone.
Getting your own pulse.
Like there would be safety in numbers, especially with the amount of illithids around.
Zakar has already grabbed Pemberley and is in a furious dash.
Okay. Do you want numbers or do you want me?
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
This was to Zakar and Pemberley. Do you want
A lot of us, or just
a lot
Brando?
of us, or do you want just me to get there right away?
I don't know. I'm being carried across a field.
Then they could get there right away. Brando could. I don't know how long it would take with the chopper, but Brando could probably get there maybe around the same time.
How fast is your fly speed?
Duty's your dad. It's your call.
I can also summon for you a spectral horse.
Oh, Cyrus, you haven't seen this yet. Brando pats his giant backpack thing.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask about that. I was just distracted by stuff. So was that like some kind of weapon?
I will show you. But first, who is your friend that you've been taking with you?
Oh, this is our kobold friend.
So
we
we're
should really come up
switching.
with a name with him.
I feel like we're switching an initiative over to Brando and Cyrus.
Okay.
No, it's
You know what,
fine. It's fine. We can do that. I like that we left off with Zakar and Pemberley moving.
Mad dashing.
Mad dashing to the location. That's quite good.
You know what? That'll have to hold, but I need to go and help them out.
This is Anna asking, how fast is your fly speed versus I also can get you a horse.
You take the horse, I'll take my flight or my thing.
Well, I was gonna try to bring some people with us, which sounds like I might be slower.
That will be slower, and we probably don't have much time.
We got Dorork with us. Dorork, are you willing to go help Brando's dad?
Dorork is willing to help wherever he can.
Heck yeah, Dorork. Hey, nurse. Actually, we don't know where Wild is, but we hope to reconvene with him someday. Do you want to come with us, or do you want to stay here?
Nurse would say, I have no reason to stay here except to help these people, but really, if we were making our way home, then I would just assume join you.
Your help would be greatly appreciated.
As much as I'd like the help of all these people, I think a small special team should do enough. Otherwise, things will be so slow.
Well, that's why I'm saying maybe you should rush ahead. I don't know if I can keep up. If your fly speed is faster than me, you could just try to book it, and I could come with the rest of the team.
If you take the horse, I will fly at your speed.
Okay. Well, we gotta bring Kobold with. He can ride on the back of my horse with me, right?
Yeah, so the whole preamble I was going to do when we switched over to you guys went as such. Cyrus and Brando, you've recently arrived and made yourself comfortable in the seemingly impenetrable dwarven outpost known as the Bulwark. I'm going to ask you in a second what you want to do now that you're here, but I'm going to first remind you of the considerably sized cast of NPCs that are also present at the Bulwark currently, for one reason or another. First of all, one unnamed kobold, Dorork Uzad, Glub a Glub, Huelga, hold for castanets, Penny and Eunice Dreadstench, Andre Yellowbear, Coral, Valinith, Nurse, Maxwell Van Con, Volric Steelbrow, and Gwendolyn Barrelbrand.
Right, Maxwell's here too.
And we have so many here.
Yeah, and Valley. Hey, lots of big people. We need your help right now. But also, we'll all be slow. Shoot.
I think maybe everybody might be going to Odenheim since it's like super defensive.
But it's locked down and nobody knows how to get in.
Ah, true. Okay, those that want to join, we're going this way. I'm sorry that we can't take you with us on our speedy things, but this is an emergency.
Todd, I'm once again asking, what is your fly speed?
Let me look at the thing that Chris said.
Because it is possible that it's about the same as their running speed, and we could just all just go as a group.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's not on his It did
I
not
have it somewhere.
change
Brando
his.
related.
It did not change his speed on his sheet.
Okay, that's not the thing I want to.
You gain a flying speed of 40 feet.
40 feet.
I'm gonna add that to your sheet real quick.
Yes, thank you.
Valiant's speed is 60 feet. If you want to just take the horse and go, I don't actually know if that works.
I
Actually,
will
hang on.
fly.
You'll fly? Okay.
Yeah, having you there on horse speed, it'll give us another able body.
Sure. All
I'm
right.
sure.
Okay. I think we can take volunteers who are willing to come follow after us.
So I
But
think
it sounds like you and I are just gonna head out.
I
and go
think
home.
so. So obviously, Drork, he's willing to come along.
Yeah.
Andre
I also
obviously
have.
wants to get back to Bifrost. So does Coral. So does Nurse.
Boot Wizard?
I mean, he's a boot. It's not really up to him.
He's coming with
Yeah.
Maxwell? Valley?
Maxwell is Maxwell could be convinced. He's like, wait, so what's happening now? We're saving someone.
Rescue mission.
Rescue
Brando's
mission.
dad.
Very important person.
Well, okay, it sounds very important. This is in Bifrost? That's quite a considerable distance from here.
Yep.
I'm sorry to have to ask you to go that distance if you want to help.
Drork will probably also need assistance once we're done helping out in Odenheim, because I think he wants to go check on Watch It.
I'm confused by the sentence you just spoke.
Where's Drork heading back to after he helps us?
Well, yes,
Watch It?
Drork will want to go back to Watch It eventually, of course. But Bifrost is not that much of a detour in the grand scheme of things.
I'm trying to remember, is Maxwell also from around up there, or was he just there to help us defend?
Maxwell's not really from anywhere that you are privy to.
Okay.
Brando's also thinking, if you get to Bifrost and we're not there, hole up in Bifrost for a little bit. We'll try to return once we get the very important person.
I want one of yous to make a persuasion check, presumably with advantage, because you both are kind of working on the same thing here.
Right. Let's see if the maths.
Brando's doing it. Okay.
Persuasion. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Okay. I don't know why you rolled. Oh, because you're a halfling. Doy.
Yeah.
So yeah, you rolled a 19. God, that's amazing. So you rolled a 19 and a 1, and then the 1 re-rolled as an 18. So total of 24. Interesting.
I'll take it.
Halfling luck is fascinating.
Or maybe not an advantage things, but
no, that's fine.
Okay.
So at this point, it looks like the group is it's the two of you plus Kobold, Drork, Nurse, and Maxwell, and Andre and Coral, if they can come along.
If they want to come, yeah.
I think while you're having this discussion, Valinith would scoot into the conversation and be like, I can carry whoever's left, but it will not be comfortable.
Hey. If we take all these very strong people, will there still be strong people to defend the bulwark?
I mean, between you and me, there is a lot of people at the bulwark.
Yeah, a lot of
and
people.
Volric and Gwendolyn are doing actually quite a good job of keeping people organized and on task. And yeah, just by a cursory glance around, if you were a mind flayer, you'd be scared to assault this place.
Nice. I would turn to my sister and be like, Glug, I came here to rescue you, but actually you're actually in like a great spot. So maybe just stay here.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to come into a dangerous place, but you probably shouldn't.
I don't know. I mean, that sounds like your department. I think I'll
Yeah.
stay
So,
here. I mean,
Okay.
I'd really like to come with you, but probably not where you're going.
Okay.
no worries. So let
I'll
us
stay in
know
touch.
when we're going, because I need to ask how long it would take us to get there.
I think we're going now. As soon as we
Between
figure out who's going with us.
between personal helicopter, personal steed, and
Yeah.
fucking dragon, you're gonna move pretty quick. Maybe you
Okay.
probably won't get there as fast as a car just because he's closer, but you're gonna make damn good time.
I'm just going to say if it takes more than a day, then Brando's going to need to
Oh yeah, it'll take more than a day.
okay, then we're going to need to stop at some point at least, so Brando can. He has the copter on a special system, so it can't run more on a day on a single fuel charge.
Okay.
Nice.
It's kind
One
of
more thing.
a safety mechanism. Like if somebody steals it and tries flying over the ocean, they will fall into the ocean eventually.
Are you showing off your cool copter?
Yes.
Teresa's like, oh man, that's
So
really cool,
Brando
Brando.
zips a tie. The chopper starts going up, and Brando goes up, and he's like, "Okay, everybody ready? We'll head this way. We'll meet you at, or we'll meet at Bifrost eventually."
I'm gonna turn to Glug and be like, that's my friend. He's pretty cool.
He is cool.
Okay, bye.
That's really cool. Okay,
Yeah,
bye.
yeah.
I
Stay
love
safe.
you.
We'll keep
Be
in touch.
safe.
Okay,
Don't do anything weird.
Back to Zakar and Pemberley.
1 second. I gotta add. Let's see.
Brando,
It worked.
or Todd, you didn't try to convince Helga to come with?
Wait, what?
You didn't try to convince Helga to come?
Uh,
Or Penny
I
Dreadstead?
mean, we can always return.
It's true.
Like my goal is to have Huelga meet up with Alberto, but
We have no idea where he is, and we don't know what
could
their
be in
deal
the
is.
area. He could be somewhere, but I'm not going to put her life in danger for my
Yeesh.
personal reasons.
That could turn into a death fight. We have no idea what that backstory is. It could be there can
Making
be
s-
only one situation. I don't know.
That is quite the force. Okay, so yeah, so you guys on your making your way. I'm gonna move you a little
Yay.
bit. We'll use that. I'm gonna use that bottom. God, I don't even know. I
mean,
don't
we could
know where
almost-
you guys are on that. Here, let's do this. I'm gonna add a.
Either use the top or the bottom.
I'm gonna add a period at the end. Okay, the period is where you guys are currently.
Okay.
That seems like the smart thing to do.
Because as far as I know, 3.5 of us will be moving quickly, and the others will probably not be as quick.
You guys
They're on a
will be
dragon.
moving at basically the same speed. If you guys really wanted to book it, actually no, hang on 1 second. Let me just look up.
Brando is trying to book it.
God, when is he? I think he's bronze, right? What kind of dragon is
Bronze
this?
dragon fly
Yes,
speed.
yes,
Yeah.
he's bronze. He also has 40 feet of flying speed, so he's at least as fast as Brando is.
Brando.
So, unless Cyrus wanted to get there before anybody else, you guys pretty much travel in lockstep.
Okay.
I think
If
I'll
we're going at
stick with the
40
squad.
feet second, then yeah, that works for me.
And we'll get on the line to the others and say we're on our way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I know.
And you are on your way.
Ah!
Let's
But it's probably
go.
gonna take us like a week, to be fair.
Yeah,
But
it's
we're on
gonna.
our way.
Yeah, I mean, real talk. It's gonna take both parties 4 or 5 days to get to their destination. Meanwhile, let's talk about Wild for a second. Wild, you are at sea for quite a while. But you make very good time. And in the interest of time, we're just gonna skip to the end of this. Eventually, after hot minute at sea. You roll into Watchits. And when your ship rolls into Watchits Harbor, you are met with a welcoming party of about a dozen armed and armored militia that are watching you very closely, blades and arrows at the ready. But they do not prevent you from coming into the dock.
Yeah. Well,
And and as you pull in, one of them says, "Kindly disembark slowly and follow us."
okay.
And again, you are watched very closely as you and your whole crew are escorted to a nearby storage building, which appears to have been repurposed into like a holding cell of some kind. There's
Okay. Can I ask for the makeup of these militia?
you mean like
Uh,
trying to get the
Race, yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
extremely mixed. There's of course like there's orcs and goblinoids here, but you wouldn't say it's in as heavy numbers as you would expect to find in Watchits on a normal ass day.
Mm-hmm.
This is very mixed, very ramshackle. These guys are not wearing matching equipment or finery or anything like that. It's just for all intents and purposes, it looks like organized thugs, pretty much.
Okay.
But they're not treating you as such.
All right. Yeah.
So
No.
you get into this storage building, and when you get in here, it's dark, it's musty. There's a little over a dozen people that are just kind of huddled in here, in various states of bedragglement. And the lot of you are escorted in. Gates are shut behind you. There's guards watching from outside. There's clearly like there's a lot of tension here. Tensions are very high in and around this whole zone. So you're going to be in this cell for a little while. So if there's anything you want to do in the meantime, or I can just skip ahead.
As they put us in there, I just look over at them and they just go like, how long are we gonna be in here for?
One of them says, "Not sure. It varies. If you're lucky, a couple hours. If not, couple days."
Let who's ever in charge know that the 5 pints are coming through here. Well, a member of them.
Okay.
Well, try and let me through.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
All right, I'm bad at that. Well, I'm neutral at it.
Sometimes I ask you to do things that you're bad at. That's a 17.
See?
We don't scoff at those.
See?
He's like a member of the what now? And one of the another person that you weren't even talking to peeks up when you say that, and like goes up and whispers something in the dude's ear, and he's like, "Oh, all right, we'll do that."
Just give him a nod.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look over at the Minotaurs, and then I just go, I bet you we could tear that door off its hinges, right? You think so?
Oh, certainly. I don't know. I don't know how much further we'd make it than that, but yeah, we could totally. I could throw that gate at somebody.
How many? And then I look around the room and I just go, how many people do you think you could bench press? I could at least bench press all of those children on that wall.
Yeah, I mean, I could bench press all of them, but like at the same time,
you could.
Half,
You could.
Half maybe.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's too many to hold.
Yeah.
It'd be like, hey, so this is the kids.
Yeah, it's a question of logistics. Like how much do you? This goes on for several hours.
We should squats.
And after some time, a man arrives at this holding cell. An elderly orc in extravagant furs. Hang on, I gotta go looking for fucking art and shit. Okay. Yeah, so this elderly orc, he's got these big extravagant furs coming in, real traditional kind of Dhaka kingdom wear. He's accompanied by a younger robed man and a couple of guards just there to spot him. And they all come into the cell, start having a look around. And you recognize this orc's regalia as that of one of the Dhaka's royal court mages. These would be the ones responsible for your creation. And this one in particular is no stranger to you. He's one of the premier members. This is High Shaman Raka.
I think I remember Raka.
Mm-hmm.
That beard.
And Raka comes in. He looks over the crowd, just kind of assessing the situation in here. After a second, he says, "I'm going to cast magic about you all. It will feel invasive. Please do not resist. Resisting only prolongs the process, and I only have so much power to spare today, so the smoother this goes, the more of you will be allowed to leave today." And almost immediately...
I give nods of encouragement to everybody else as well. I just go...
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Obviously, everybody's very on edge, but his message is understood. After he says that, almost immediately, his attention darts in the direction of you guys. Not to you specifically. He does take note of you and Rugis in particular, because you're like the biggest motherfuckers in here. But his attention seems primarily on Ketra, who's just staring right back at him. And this goes on for a few tense seconds. He motions the other robed individual who's with him to approach, and this robed human is just like, they just arrived. There's like 15 people ahead of them, and Raka is like, yes, I'm aware. Raka steps closer to you guys. He waves a glowing hand and taps his own forehead, and then he starts with Ketra, simply gazes towards each one of you one at a time. You can tell that the magic is taking effect on people because he'll look at somebody and then they'll have like a visceral reaction. And you're the last one that he approaches. And as he does, you feel this spell wash over you. Do you want to resist?
No.
Okay. You feel this invasive force that he described. It is apparent to you that what he's doing is he's trying to read your thoughts. So... what would Wild's surface thoughts be at this moment?
Despite maybe not being his favorite, I always did like Raka whenever we were in the forge. You know, back when I said, "Hey man, I remember 7 years ago," and then he just goes, "I wonder what Nurse is up to. Probably fine."
Okay.
He's with everybody else. They're probably fine too.
Okay.
Man, when the hell is Zakar gonna come back? I want to get together with Zakar and everybody. And then I'm gonna punch these motherfucking squids.
He ends the spell and is like, "Oh, you're the one I heard about."
Shaman? Me?
Yeah. I heard somebody said they were with the 5 Pints.
Yep. Wild at your service, sir.
He nods and says, he says, "Well, I'm not in need of your services today, but he waves at the group of you and he's like, you're free to go."
Oh, great.
And without the guards pick up on that, and they won't keep you anymore. He does move on to Raka moves on, starts casting the spell on other people. At some point, there's another. God, I'm getting lost in my own text. He goes down another group of people. At some point, there's a man here in the cell that you have noticed since your time here has been like weirdly catatonic, like the whole time. Like he looks like he's been like sleeping with his eyes open. By the time Raka gets to him, he doesn't spend too much time on him. He just makes a motion to the guards, and they just kind of awkwardly lift him up and drag him out lifelessly. Not out the way that you're going, but the way that you guys came in through, back toward the harbor.
Gotcha.
But without too much more ado, the gates are opened on the opposite side of the room, and you are ferried out into the streets of Watchets.
All right. Does Raka follow us?
Yeah, eventually, yeah, he would step out and make his way back towards whatever his business is elsewhere in the city.
I would attempt to follow and just be like, gentlemen, if I may, walk and talk, yes?
You wanna walk and talk with Raka?
If you could.
Yeah, easy. I think the guards would be a little suspicious, but he would be willing to call them off just to hear whatever you had to say.
As we start walking, I just go, well, first off, good to see you again.
I wish I could say with confidence that I remember you, but we did.
I know.
We did make a lot.
I expected. You know how it is with us. There's only so many of you.
Nonetheless, I appreciate your service to the crown, and I hope you enjoy your freedom.
Wild stretches his arms wide, and you just hear like the straining of metal at his head as his muscles like
fucking
creak.
Popping of rivets.
Oh, he just goes, I have very much enjoyed freedom, and I wish to enjoy it as long as I can, and for others to do the same. So, this is why I wish to speak with you. Obviously, the world has gone to hell in a handbasket, yes?
Yes.
I know that we've talked to Watchets before. Told the upper echelon to look out. Alabar, and then I just point up into the fucking sky, like the gaping hole.
Yeah.
Hard to get any rest, but it is what it is. That's coming for us. Everyone needs to be on their guard. It shuffled us all around, so we're already at the disadvantage. If you could, just, I don't know, continue keeping Watchets safe. Watch out for illithid people. And I'll let you know that the entirety of the 5 pints are trying our best.
That is good to know. There will be certain parties that will be pleased to hear that. So do keep yourselves safe. And if possible, well, help where you can. That's all any of us can do.
Look to Ogar.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah, orc is shit.
Orc is shit. I just give him a salute.
Sure.
And I turn back to my party and I just go, all right, now it's time to go get a cart. You guys never believe this. Finally, we're gonna go see the biggest cart that we could pick up.
Mm-hmm.
And then we run off and physically try and find the largest cart that we can pick up.
So, in the interest of time, now that you are here in Watchets, your traveling party, they have differing ideas about what's in their future. Now that they're on the mainland.
Tell me.
Because for one, Ketra, without too much to say on the matter, she just leaves with Raka. She just follows him wherever he's going. doesn't really talk about why. David, his ultimate goal at this point is Glenn's Landing. That's a bit of a trek. So he's probably going to be spending the next few days here in the city, trying to get the lay of the land, trying to, make himself useful while he's here, and see if there's any chance in hell that he could, organize some kind of manner to start traveling south. Rugus and Costas, it's a little easier to get to Gringon, but similar story. They're going to be trying to figure out how to organize a way home, and they don't know how many people actually want to head west, or how many people want to leave the city at all. So it's going to be a whole thing for them.
I offer them both the ability to travel with me at least until Black Ram.
Okay.
And then, which will make it an easier split off if they need to go to Gringon.
Okay.
And then, while we go south, I'll tell David, who's just like, I plan on going to Bifrost. It depends on how fast my party gets to Odenheim. We'll know what is in between us. But as far as I know, we have reasonably safe sailings or trekking.
Okay. As for getting your hands on a cart, do you want horses too, or are we assuming that you're the steed here?
Where we're going, we don't need ponies.
All right. I'm gonna have you roll a dice. I guess we can call this an investigation check.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty tough. Things are a little rough in Watchets right now, so sourcing a cart might be a little tricky.
That's fair. We must run on our feet. We can run on our feet. All right. Investigation. Everyone, cross your fingers. I have a -1. All right.
Nailed it.
Perfect.
You know what?
I've been able to find...
Hold up. I just thought of something. Let's do this with advantage.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, it was like the very first one I find is a cart that all of it's up on cinder blocks, and I just go, why?
You're like, look, a cart, and it's like an egg crate or like a milk carton.
It's a milk carton, yeah. All right, here. All right, so I'll give you another one.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna
then that
do
will be
another
my
one.
advantage.
We're gonna hope it's bigger than 6.
Well, baby. That's an 18.
Okay,
All right, okay.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. You spend a hot minute in Watchets with your friends, asking around, desperately trying to get your hands on a cart.
That egg crate looked small from a distance, but I thought it would get bigger when I got up to it, but it didn't.
Not that big, certainly not. And while you're in the middle of this whole investigation, over the hub, the hubbub, which is definitely like louder and more chaotic than you're used to being in this city. Even over all the raised voices and the chaos that's happening in this city right now, you can clearly hear a voice thundering as it comes down the road at you. An 8-foot tall, green lummox carrying a cart over his head. And from across the city, practically, everybody's moving out of his way, and he's just like,
he's so great.
Club!
I just go, Great Club! Yeah!
And he screams, as he makes his way up to you. David and Rugus go for their weapons. like they don't know what to make of this.
He puts the thing down and wild it looks like it's gonna look like a grapple, but it's actually a hug.
Anyway,
I do have to make a grapple check
yeah,
though.
he runs right up to you and he places the cart down in front of you and he motions at it with both hands and goes, "Great club."
Wild just goes, yes, great club. God, you're always there when I need you, and you're
No.
always so smart with the best plans.
No, great club. He comes in for a hug.
No, I give him a big hug, and then I go,
Yeah.
Just
Rivets pop.
get in the cart.
Mm-hmm. And
Just
David just
hop
looks
in.
back and forth at the two of you and is like, "Why am I not surprised you're friends with a troll?"
Hey, you start bench pressing. If you we can get you on a little like a regimen. If we want, we'll start off easy. We'll start off with the wheel. And then by the time you start getting the whole cart, you start making all sorts of friends.
All right. I think it is safe to say, in the interest of time, your voyage is underway.
Yes.
And we are going. I'm gonna real quick, we're gonna expand your text box here, because you are now traveling with Rugius, Costas, David, and Great Club. There we go.
Does Great Club notice Wild's great mall foot?
Oh, we talked about it.
That's a good point. Like, yeah, at some point he probably just points at your foot and is like, "Ooh, Great Club."
Great Club after hugging me puts me down, but puts my foot down on his foot, and he goes, "Oh, Great Club."
Yeah.
And I go, "Oh, sorry, Great Club. I'm still getting used to it. I know it's crazy." All right, so when the big wave of light hit, Great Club, you'll never believe it. I was on top of a mountain, and then I fell to the bottom of the mountain. I didn't have like a leg or an arm. I was all mismatched and asymmetrical.
At some point, like, you're telling this story around a campfire, and Great Club's doing that thing where, like, he's laying on his stomach, but his hands are in his palms of his hands. His feet are kicking. You know the pose.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you're gonna be on the road. Fun times. It's great. We are going to take a moment to go around, and we are going to play the rumor mill game again. Remember that thing that we do in these lands?
Yes.
All right, and as is our custom, new round of the game. We have to increase this by one size category. Now, before we get into the game itself, let's talk about some updates, because as I have said previously, any place that you have previously successfully reconned through the rumor mill game is a thing that you have a clean line of communication with for all news reports going forward. So here's some things that are important.
Okay.
Alabar's forces have marched north from Dhaka to Bitstings. Bitstings is on the back foot. In weirder news, a wagon seemingly driving itself, no beasts of burden or protection, attendance of any kind, just a fucking wagon, has made its way northward from Bitstings and has parked itself in front of Black Ram Keep.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's exactly the kind of response I was looking for. Now, we'll go ahead and start with you, Wild, since we were just here.
Okay. Yeah.
I have to remind myself how we play the fucking game.
I can almost get to Hunter's Vale. Like,
okay, yeah.
Unfortunately, Dorja's gonna be too far.
Okay, so we start with a D20 roll to see how many rumors you can dig up.
Yes. 1 D20. Oh.
Okay, that's one. Could be worse.
I feel like I always roll like, hey, how many rumors do you?
Yeah.
Well, like one thing.
You get one.
To be fair, Wild's brain is about big enough for one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then I go
Pick a target.
right. So, you know what? I want to hear something about Gringon.
Okay.
Right on the money.
Nice. All right. Gringon is mostly safe. That is to say, in the first days, Gringon was pretty much a ghost town. Illithids ran through there, grabbed whoever they could, and then cleared out. And some people have moved in, but not very many. But it seems to be for all intents and purposes, it could be assumed that it was a low priority target.
Okay, fair.
All right, Zakar and Pemberley. Bramp. One of you rolls a d20.
Oh, wow.
I think I did it last time.
I'll
Your turn, Allie.
Yeah,
That's a
do it.
6.
Oh,
A
not bad.
6 is still one rumor.
I'm sorry, I still don't see the map, or my computer's being.
Oh, your
really
map's not
poopy right-
loading?
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you might want to like, yeah, there you go.
That might be a Foundry refresh.
Yeah, maybe
yeah,
just refresh
yeah, that
the
might be a
browser.
Foundry refresh.
Yeah, okay, would it be too out of this to ask about Rallis Skyfire? Or is that way too far?
I mean, if it's a person, you can ask about them, but let me double check. Do they count as? Yeah, Rallis, I would be considered someone that you have definitely. He's considered a known element at this point. So even if you rolled it, I would just tell you what you already know, which is that he has been captured.
And Bifrost.
Okay. Have we done Bifrost yet? I guess not. Bifrost we have not done yet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So D20 roll. The DC is a whopping 5. Okay.
All right.
You know that Bifrost saw like a single patrol of Illithids rolled through it, but there was like nobody there. They found absolutely nothing of value and moved on almost immediately. Too small of a target for them to loot.
That's fair. They got there and it was like a whole bunch of building material on the ground and a
Ooh.
new graveyard.
Very good.
Damn.
Brando gets 2 rumors.
First, Ian, is there anything that you need to know?
I don't remember if we checked in on our arcade. I can't find it in my notes if I did sending to her. I don't think I have yet.
You did talk to
Oh.
Arcade. No,
She's
sorry.
okay.
Yeah, Pem
No.
talked to.
Oh, yes, Pemberley talked to Arcade. I'm sorry. Yes.
Okay, good.
You're correct.
Have we established contact with Wilhelm?
We could try for Wilhelm. Sure.
So, yeah,
Wilhelm.
looking for a rumor on Wilhelm.
I feel like you have, but
I had a whole list, but I think I got held up being like, Ralos is in danger, so
you
stop
did
everything else.
You did talk to like a lot of people.
Yeah.
Let me know. Otherwise, I'll have one in mind, but take your
Oh,
time.
sorry. Is it my turn or your turn?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go for it. I guess either Brandy or Rick Skyfire.
There you go.
Okay.
I don't think I get both, or could I?
Pick one.
As much as Brando would like to know where his mother is, Rick is also of high value since we need to get that airship going.
Yeah.
So Rick Skyfire.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20.
All right. Yeah. No, not 2. Let's take that back down to 1. Ah, not good.
Let me think real quick. Yeah, no, you don't hear anything about Rick.
Okay.
But you get a second pick.
Um,
Hell, if you want to spend it on Rick again, I'll let you do it.
I can also try casting sending to them at some point during this journey.
who else would be important right now? All right, I'll use it on Rick again.
Okay.
Oh,
But
11.
That's what
Okay.
we were looking for.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take it.
Because as it turns out, it is actually quite easy news to come by if you roll well. Rick was among the sizable caravan that both kings were a part of, which means he was last seen in Odenheim.
Okay.
Good. That's one thing off of Brando's chest.
Mm-hmm.
If Rick's in Odenheim, then I would say that chances of survival are good
Mm-hmm.
because he could probably like whip up things into shape.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I can go ahead and move forward the clock, I think. Let's move forward a couple of days. I don't know why it thinks I don't have permission. Okay, there it is. Let me change the time also. What the fuck? That's a weird thing. Okay. All right. I'm going to say by the end of a couple days, Zakar and Pemberley, you arrive in Bifrost with Cyrus's group not too far behind. Wild, you're probably going to arrive in Blackram.
Mm-hmm.
And let me think. Yeah, let's just do. We're kind of low on time this evening. How's spicy everybody feeling?
I'm starting to get a little tired, but I could go a bit
Yeah.
longer.
I'm sure how long I can last. I did take my stuff, so
Okay.
I will be getting sleepy soonish.
Okay.
I am actively deflating.
Okay.
So maybe here's the spot.
Here might be the spot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When we return.
Much as I want to run into Bifrost, I don't think I have that.
Okay. This is reasonable. Okay. So let's assume, for the time being, that next session we will talk about what happens to Wild and Blackram, and we will talk about what happens to everybody else in Bifrost.
Yay!
Yay!
Sound good?
Yay!
We're home.
Yeah, it happened.
It happened. Almost.
Yeah.
We're almost like
It's almost
there's
together.
there's a quest right here. No, sorry, it's not that one. It's this one. This quest right here. We've almost finished this quest.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good
Good night, Twitch.
Good night, everybody.